What's up, guys? So, it's Lizzie, and I'm back with another video. This is going to be kind of like a story time kind of video, but yeah, it's regarding a serious topic involving the dark history with Hollywood and my experience with Hollywood and how I nearly joined Hollywood and I actually fucking regretted it. And so, you might want to take a listen. It's gonna be, I don't know how long this shit's gonna be for, but all I know is that it's gonna be talking about some serious topics. So yeah, like if you're not comfortable hearing these topics, like you can click off the video right now and I'll see you in the next video. If you're still around, without further ado, I'll start the video. So you may be wondering, oh well, like what's your experience with Hollywood and stuff? And it's like, I remember back in 2021, when I was between the ages of 15 to 17, I had auditioned for acting in Hollywood. And it's like, as much as I had these dreams of doing something in my life, like, I don't know, I have some experience with acting and singing. I did theater at my school. I did, like, singing and acting and dancing at theater. And I also, like... Oh, well, my fiance, he has a YouTube channel, and I have done voice acting, and I've done acting for that channel, and I do covers on my channel as well. And the thing is, though, is that, like, all I'm gonna say is that I did audition for acting, and I had to get monologues, but honest to God, I feel like it was so fucking irritating having to get my acting to be perfect, because Hollywood wants your acting to be a certain way. But it's like, even if you have the most shittiest performance, they'll still take it. So it's like, that's just so weird as to how, even if you're like a shitty actor or something, they'll still take your performance and stuff. Like, it's almost as if they care, but then they don't care at the same time. It's like, come on, like, are you gonna be strict with the acting? Are you gonna, like, help your actors out? Or are you not gonna help your actors out? Like, make up your mind. It's not that fucking difficult. And I've noticed that there is a lot of people around my age that do want to work for Hollywood, but I'm saying I don't recommend joining Hollywood because, like, I've been hearing about all the shady stuff happening with Hollywood and about all the nasty shit that's going on with Hollywood, and that how it freaking scares me. And hearing the deaths of people like Michael Jackson, it's just... that hurts. That hurts as to how Michael died. He clearly did not deserve what happened to him, and he wanted to own his own music. The craziest thing was that he wanted to own his own music. And this was like before he died, before he passed away. He wanted to own his own music. And then he ends up dying. Same thing happened to Oliver Tree. He wanted to own his own music, and that's why he left Atlantic Records, because they wouldn't let him have the rights to his music. They stole his album, they stole all of his music. And while this was all happening while he was on tour, and recently he literally fucking died. Day later, Daveigh Chase fucking dies too. So it's like, I'm starting to question about... I mean, the way that Michael died was just so sad and just so suspicious. But then not only that, people like Oliver Tree and Daveigh Chase, they died a day apart. So I'm questioning, like, is there something going on in Hollywood that I'm not seeing? And then what about Marilyn Monroe? People are saying that she, you know, self-deleted herself, and that, but then people are saying that no, that she was killed or something by Hollywood because she knew too much of things. And I'm starting to question, like, what is there in Hollywood that is, like, causing these celebrities to die, and that, like, they end up just having a horrible life afterwards. After joining Hollywood, their lives just end up being horrible for a lot of these celebrities. Now, as you can see, I do, like, have a lot of support for a lot of, like, music artists, you know, but it's like, it's just, it must be horrible being those music artists, because it's like, do you even have a say in anything? What about the supermodels that are in Hollywood? Do they even have a say in anything? I mean, I doubt it, because, like, they have to be a certain height, they have to look a certain way, they can't have anything that is out of place. Anything that's out of place, they won't get hired. And that if they're not a certain height, they won't get hired. If they don't eat the way they want them to, yeah, like, they literally won't get hired. And I even heard about a video that was from sometime, I believe last year, about Tom Holland speaking about Hollywood and how obviously, of course, he wants something to do with Hollywood. It just sounds like a horrible place to be in. And from my personal experiences, it's like, it's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure having to see, you know, having to get like rejected so many times. And I understand, you know, that you will get rejected by people and stuff, and not everyone is gonna like you, not everyone is gonna, like, you know, is gonna approve of you. But at the same time, it's like there's people that want to do acting, that want to do singing, that want to create movies, become supermodels, make clothing, and, like, you know, be singing and stuff. But then at the same time, you don't have that much of a say in what you want to do, and not much of a say in, like, what kind of music you want to do, and yeah, it just sounds like a whole lot. And how, like, even though I heard Hollywood is getting better with, like, certain laws and stuff, at the same time, it's still fucking horrible, still fucking terrible. And then not only that, like I could only imagine what it's like for these types of celebrities to be in Hollywood. It must be hell. And with my personal experience, I was able to meet, like, certain celebrities at Hollywood. It's not often that I meet celebrities in Hollywood, but I would say I did meet an actor named Connor Weil that was in charge of the Hollywood coaching stuff. Apparently, he used to work with Zendaya, apparently. And Zendaya is, we all know she's the fiance or wife to Tom Holland and stuff. But it's like, yeah, I understand, you know, why Zendaya and Tom Holland don't want to get so much involved with Hollywood, because it's so fucking complicated, and it's just scary and stuff. And just, there's, like, certain things in Hollywood that I just don't want to get involved in either. So, like, that's the thing. Like, it's like, yeah, like, and it was just so difficult having to, like, you know, figure out what to even do in these auditions. And it's like, they sent me a contract and stuff, but I never ended up signing it, which I'm relieved after hearing about all the stuff that has been going on with celebrities over the years. It's like, thank God I never signed anything, because I could have potentially given up my rights as a person had I signed my, you know, my shit over to Hollywood and stuff. Like, had I signed the contract, my life would be pretty much over if I worked with Hollywood. And so that's why I'm just not going to get involved in Hollywood. And you might be wondering, oh, well, if you're not going to get involved in Hollywood, then what are you going to do? What are you going to do with your life? You aren't even in college, and you got to do something soon. And it's like, well, this is where the YouTube channel comes right in. I also have another channel that's dedicated to, and, well, I want it to be an in-person and online business for any woman that wants to do modeling and for, like, making clothes and stuff. And it's like, as much as I really want to be a model and be making my own clothes for alternative fashion, it's like, I'm just going to separate myself from Hollywood and actually make my own brand, make my own business, make my own clothes, make my own, you know, sketches of clothes, and model for my own clothes. And then not only model for my own clothes, like, it's like, you know, just hire people that, you know, hire women that will model for my clothes and make my clothes. And my fiance is working with this business on me, and how I'm also helping out with his books too, you know, for different alternate universes and with different aesthetics that I came up with for, you know, the characters and for, like, my shop and stuff. Like, I'm pretty much going to sell a lot of aesthetics in my store and stuff. And, like, the business is called Lavender Blood Moon Official Shop, and the reason why I have that titled is because, like, I'm so into the pastel gothic and pastel gore aesthetic that I'm actually legitimately thinking of making an alternative store, an alternative fashion store for women that want to join, that want to become models and make clothing without having to join a shitty industry. And, you know, to have them join in there without them having to worry about whether they have a say in something or not. They get to make the clothes, and if they want to, they can keep the clothes too. Like, I also want them to not only have clothes for themselves, but also make clothes for my store. To make clothes for my store, and not only make clothes for my store, like, they have a decision whether if they want to model, or if they want to do editing, Or if they could just, like, you know, or they could do both, but just have it at different times. That they can edit photos, they can make clothes, like sew clothes, and yeah, I want to do all these things, but the issue is that I don't have money to pay back my employees, and like the thing is, like, I don't know how I'm gonna be able to open up the store, because I don't want to open it up here in California. It's just too much drama here. And it's like, when it comes to where the shop is, like, when it comes to like this shop, it's like, yeah, my issue is that I don't have any money to pay back my employees had they worked for my store. And I plan to have security at the store, you know, to monitor, you know, if there's any shady behavior. And look, guys, it's already bad enough that people will be shady to you on the internet for like no reason at all. But like, yeah, like, I plan to have security at this store so that I don't have to deal with like the shady people and people potentially stealing from my store, because we are not going to tolerate that at my store. But then also, there's a thing that I also found out about, like, yeah, like, these are, like, yeah, such suspicious deaths about these celebrities, about how with Michael Jackson, how he died from, well, he said that if he were to die, they said that, like, that the people will not say what his actual death was, and that they'll roll it out as a drug overdose. And then Marilyn Monroe's death was rolled out as a self-deletion by overdose. And then Oliver Tree was killed in a helicopter crash. Daveigh Chase died from a disease. And so now I'm starting to question, you know, about this stuff. And then how Oliver Tree, his death was horrific. I mean, 6 people were killed in Rio de Janeiro. And this happened on June 14th. So, like, I think, like, what, a week ago? Yeah, exactly a week ago this shit happened. Or was it 2 weeks ago? No, 2 weeks ago, actually, this shit happened. That's actually fucking crazy. And then Daveigh Chase ends up dying, like, the next day, which I'm like, what the fuck? She dies the next day. How the fuck does that happen? I don't get it. How does that happen? And then also, like, yeah, there is also a video that I forgot to mention about Tom Holland speaking out against Hollywood. You can watch it, and I'll roll the clip right now.
Caught up in the Hollywood hype. Like, I really am a massive fan of making movies, but I really do not like Hollywood. It is not for me. The business really scares me. I understand that I'm a part of that business, and I enjoy my kind of interactions with it. But that said, I am always looking for ways to kind of remove myself from it, to kind of just live as normal a life as possible. Today, doing this is a very rare thing for me to do. Like, in London, to come in and speak to someone about my life.
American singer and comedian Oliver Tree, believed to be killed when 2 helicopters collided in Brazil. Authorities in Rio de Janeiro say one of the choppers crashed into the parking lot of a car dealership, and 6 people died. 32-year-old Oliver Tree was listed as one of the passengers in the helicopters. The singer, known for his songs Life Goes On and Miss You, performed in Buenos Aires earlier this month.
There is something very odd going on in Hollywood, and this is why I'm never joining that bullshit. So I forgot to mention, Anna Nicole Smith also fucking died as well at a very young age, and so, yeah, I don't know, like, was her death suspicious though? Like, that's what I'm starting to question as well. Like, other than that, I feel so horrible for these people that have died so young. Like, they did not deserve this. Like I said, I don't recommend joining Hollywood and shit. It's like, Lord, there's better options. Like, honest to God, there's better options when it comes to work. So, yeah. Thing is, though, is that, yeah, like, please be careful wherever you're at. And, like, yeah, I just don't feel comfortable, like, joining Hollywood. You know, their business practices are so horrible and terrible as hell. So, yeah, I don't recommend it. Anyways, guys, I'll see you in the next video.